Okay, let's try this again. No, now you can't hear anything? What? No, you should be able to hear me. I can hear me through my stream. Can you hear the game though? Yes, you can. Okay, cool. All right, let's try that again then. Cool. Okay. We gotta go find this is a car. It said it was like half sunk in some ruins, near some ruins. Probably not over here. We'll do this real quick and then we have to go to the museum. Whatever the museum is. Oh, that's not a car. Oh, that one down there? Ooh, maybe this... Oh, this is it. Okay. The car keys.
Victor, I am so sorry for leaving so suddenly, especially with your training nearing completion. If you're listening to this, then you've proven quite resourceful once again. Please forgive the gambit, but I had to ensure these items did not fall into the wrong hands. Everything is here for you. I've left a tome containing additional lessons in limbic foraging. Other such tomes exist if you wish to seek them out. The pendant is normally only passed down to ordained members, you know this. Given the circumstances, I thought you should have it now. Wear it proudly. You deserve it.
Whoa, whoa. Limbic imbuing. The pages of this tome appear to describe in great detail the complex art of imbuing shards with potent limbic energies. Okay. That's like some early game stuff that we missed out on. Oh, okay. Whoops. Sorry, we can go give it to him now. I think that should complete Victor's good deed. Yes.
Welcome back.
No wonder the early game was so much more difficult. I don't think that's why it was.
Let's get those weapons.
Study this one.
Whoa. Vitalis never told me that we could do this. From now on, I'll be able to convert the shards.
Infuse shards? Victor can infuse neutral limbic shards with a specific limbic sphere. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Dude's working on a tank track, getting ready to commit a war crime. Hey, it's never a war crime the first time, right? Neutral shards can be converted into these shards. Okay. I don't know if that would have been helpful still in the early game. I still don't have a polearm of rage. That's like the only one I'm missing. I had a polearm of grief. What do I... I wonder if I would like grief. Let's see. What do we have for grief glyphs? Where are my elites? Down here? Yeah, these are all elite. You spawn a pool of melancholy, eroding limbic entities within it with grieving pain. You can collapse it at will to inflict even greater torments. Endless waves of grief energy spill out of your weapon, tormenting limbic entities with heavy sorrow. So this is passive damage and explosion damage. This is damage over time. And this is tiered damage over time. But that's also a pool. Oh. Grief energy gathers and discharges around you, overwhelming nearby limbic entities and stunning them. Okay, let's do this. We use these three. Alright. Let's upgrade the grief polearm. It's only a war crime if the other guys do it? No, it's only a war crime if you go to international court and they deem it to be.
Here.
Grade 4. Grade 5.
I'm getting good at this.
Okay. I need to slot these things and then use them. Okay. And now I can use these. Wait. I should be able to take this to level 20. Am I blacksmithing? I am not. Not me. Okay. So now it's max level. So if we're going to use the grief polearm, we need to don our grief cap. Yes. Yes, quite. Okay. Let's see what this does. Okay. And then this one. Oh. Okay. And then this one. Okay. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. There we go. Okay. When you bang your knives together, they get worse, not better. Well, yeah, you should probably get some better knives then. Right? Mm-hmm. I think that's a you issue. Alright, time to go to the museum. Because we've got all the things. Auriga Museum. Speaking of banging things together, Tape, have you started polishing any of those agate yet? No? Pot and kettle, man. Pot and kettle. There we go. What does this say? Come and see. Do I have to come? Can I just see? Holy crap. What the heck? You were thinking about getting a couple tumblers? Yeah, do it. Do it. Just be careful, because tumblers can get really expensive. And on the other end, like, some of the times the cheap ones aren't worth the money. Wonder, I guess I need a key for that? All shall look upon me and obey. Okay, well, we just gotta turn these guys then. Not that way. It's kind of neat just to have them as the ocean polish them. When you find a clear one, it's really rewarding. Yeah, I would think so. Okay. Oh, what the heck? This is a... Oh, Omsif is here. This is a whole flippin' complex. Ooh, what? Oh god. What are the chances of finding like a completely polished agate? I don't think the ocean can do that. Like completely polished? I don't think that happens. Here. Okay. Why is there a tank? B0. Here comes the music. B1. Hold on. We've got our sticky notes. N-A-3. Lift the veil and see the light. E9. They are lying to us all. We have acted the sheep long enough. The truth will set you free. The proof is in plain sight. Wake up and open your eyes. Interesting.
Someone out there? Hey. Stop. Somebody out there. Over.
Who's saying those words?
Finally. Thank God. Listen, I'm stuck in the training room on Fort B1. I'm safe, but I don't know for how long.
Who are you?
How about we skip the formalities for now? Please, help me escape the training room.
is this? This is the maintenance. Ooh, I don't have a key for this. Okay. What is this? This is the Time Loop Observatory. Oh, that's the training room. Ooh, okay.
Anyone out there? Hey! Stop! Is somebody out there? Over.
I don't think I can help her right now.
Requesting assistance. Over.
Okay. Well, we'll continue on. Can't go that way. Here? No. Can I turn a valve or something? No. What the heck happened here?
Help! Somebody get me out of here! Help!
Okay. Let's write these down so we don't forget them. B1 training room. B2 red door. Maintenance supply room. Yeah, and suddenly I'm in the belly of a sinking ship, yeah. Emergency procedures. In case of general power failure, backup generator must be activated manually. Emergency power is distributed to all levels to ensure critical processes can wind down safely. To maintain containment protocol, each level's electrical substation can only supply power to one of 2 grids at a time on that level. Manual activation of substation switch is required to reroute power between grids. Oh crap, it's a big ass puzzle. Okay. Okay. Activate red grid. There's no power to activate the red grids. No power to activate green grids. So I've got to find... Oh, in here. Okay. Alright. There we go. Okay. Where did this guy go? Okay. Wasn't there a guy in here? What the hell is going on? Hello, sir. Yo, what? Okay. These guys wanted something? Yellow. Am I on the B1 level? Hello? Time Loop Observatory, okay. What? Okay, so I need yellow to get to the time loop. Maybe this isn't as complicated as I thought. Okay. That's purple.
Someone out there? Hey! Stop! Is somebody out there? Over.
Oh.
Requesting assistance. Over.
Okay, so where is the generator?
Someone help. Requesting assistance. Over.
Is the generator up here? No, certainly it's not, right? This alarm sounds like your last hangover felt. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too pumped about it. Locked from the other side. I need to find the generator that can do the yellow and purple. Oh, maybe if I go down to B2 and switch to green, that will open some other doors. I didn't even try to get in the tank. No, I didn't. B2 is what we need. Not that way. It's over here. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nothing here. Red herring. I'll try to get into the tank later. Oh, okay. So if I open one color door, the other ones close. Got it. Okay. A lot of strong suppressors there. Let's go up here, see if there's any green doors here. It's purple.
Someone out there? Hey!
No.
Stop! Is somebody out there? Over.
Go down. B3.
Hey, soldier! I I need assistance.
She's on a blue door. Okay.
Hey, soldier, I need assistance.
You need to shut your mouth. I am busy, lady. Nope. Okay. So I need a locker key. B3. Blue door. Locker key. Training room is purple. B2. I need yellow door. Okay. You know where I can get some new tracks for it? Yeah. Victor's got them. Okay. Blue. Can't go that way. Okay. Okay. Orange doors. How many freaking colored doors do these people have? Can't go out there. Has some painter's tape. Nice. Hello. Red door. Okay. One for every crayon. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't go that way. There's nothing over there. Which box of crayons are we talking about? Probably the classic, you know, the original 64. Oh, there we go. Ooh, do we do blue or orange first? I think... Oh, that's got power. Okay.
Hollow Walker biopsy log, session 01. Spectacular. What we have appears to be an altogether inconceivable physiology that bears no resemblance to any known life forms. There are no discernible organs, no nervous system, no circulatory system, and no skeletal system. Truly remarkable. Traditional means of locomotion are completely absent. No muscle tissue, no tendons or ligaments. The entirety of the mass is comprised of a contiguous substance that can only be categorized as flesh. Its property is in a constant state of flux. Elasticity, tensile strength, density, hardness, shear strength. All seem to fluctuate based on external stimuli. Initial inspection suggests evidence of both fibrous and globular structures. Samples have been extracted for a complete cellular analysis. If I wasn't a scientist, I might be liable to believe these creatures are the work of a higher power. They cannot possibly exist. Epor si mueve.
Okay. Interesting. Let's go smash this dude out here real quick. The nice fancy one with a crayon sharpener included? Yeah. Why do the monsters have fat asses? Why not? Right? Of course. There's been a distinct lack of that and booba in this whole game, so might as well give it to the monster.
1992. I've been mulling over a few novel loadout profiles for the drone, recording a quick note here for future reference. Reconnaissance loadout, lightweight design, strip all extraneous systems to increase velocity and maneuverability. Comprehensive sensor package. Radar, thermal, infrared, Geiger, X-ray, the works. Optical camo. Maybe even RAM coding. Oh. Medical loadout, first aid module, defibrillator, cauterization implement, precision suture algorithms. Drug administration module, hypodermic injections, antiseptics, analgesics, antibiotics, adrenaline, and other stimulants. I'd also love to look into upgrades for the current tactical configurations. Battery longevity, rotor strength, chassis reinforcements. So much to do.
Okay. The classic to you had two crayons, black and white. Well, I mean, not me, because I was born after color TV was invented, and so we had a much wider color palette. Defective safe B1 observation room. I had to reset the safe again. I submitted a request for a new safe 3 months ago. Still haven't heard anything back. Clearly the higher-ups don't really take the whole top secret concept seriously, or they would have greenlit your request by now. Frankly, I'm getting tired of resetting this thing every week, so until we get a new safe, the code is just going to be lucky sevens every time. Seems fitting since they like to gamble with our security protocols. Alright, so B1 observation room safe. Sounds like an email you'd write. The normal one you pictured had 12. My eyes must be more advanced than yours. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Certainly younger. Let's not forget that. Fuck, where do I go now? We have to open the blue doors now? Where's the switch? Is it over here? Yeah, right there. Bro, stop doing that. This looks like a holodeck. Got it. Got the locker key. Cool. Safes. Oh. 9mm limbic projectiles. Is there a limbic gun? Is this... What is this place? This is called Drone Workshop. Didn't we just get a recording about that? I did loot a gun, but it wasn't one I could use. It was just like a research thing. Hollow Walker, Atticus phone call, Agatha's diary. This one here? But no, that's Vitalis's departure. Drone upgrades.
September 18th, 1992. I've been mulling over a few novel loadout profiles for the drone, recording a quick note here for future reference. Reconnaissance loadout, lightweight design, strip all extraneous systems to increase
1992,
velocity and
maybe?
maneuverability. Comprehensive sensor package. Radar, thermal, infrared, Geiger, X-ray, the works. Optical camo.
Nope.
Maybe even RAM coding. Oh. Medical loadout, first aid module, defibrillator, cauterization implement, precision suture algorithms. Drug administration module, hypodermic injections, antiseptics, analgesics, antibiotics, adrenaline, and other stimulants. I'd also
1982?
love to look into upgrades for the current tactical configurations. Battery longevity, rotor strength, chassis reinforcements. So much to do.
No, 92. Ye old 80s. Fallout of post 08? I don't think that's it.
Reporting a security breach. I got a bad feeling about this. We're not supposed to be here. This was a dumb fucking...
Follow up on case number 2190, Citizens Report of Seditious Act.
Here I am at the National Library. I should be doing research for the story, but my mind is elsewhere.
The Umal Caves expeditions yielded two significant revelations.
I wonder if it's something in the biopsy?
Hollow Walker biopsy log, session 01. Spectacular.
No.
What we have appears to be an altogether inconceivable physiology that bears no resemblance to any known life forms. There are no discernible organs, no nervous system, no circulatory system, and no skeletal system. Truly remarkable.
I've spent the evening poring over the newest arrival from Hatham Abbey. Marvelous. Truly a spectacular peak.
Back by unidentified insurgents! Repeat, this is ON Convoy Alpha 2!
I don't think we have the code for this yet. So this is B3 Drone Workshop. Okay. Oh, hello.
Hey, maybe we can help each other out.
Ooh.
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Marga Hamill, Cerebrum Division. I'm the one who designed and created your drone.
What's the password?
As you can see, we're experiencing technical difficulties. I need your help to get out of here.
Okay. What about this symbol?
Know anything about this?
That looks familiar. I'm not sure, though. It looks old. If I remember correctly, all the old stuff found in the ancient sections is stored in the testing area on B4.
Okay.
Listen, let's help each other.
All the
I
old
want
stuff
to get
is
out of
in
here,
B4.
And you want access to B4. I won't be able to escape this place without a functional drone. I need a drone processor to fix mine, but they're all stored in my lab. If you help me get it, I'll give you my key card. To get there, exit this room and go left. Go down the hall and past the red blast door. On your right, you should see the logo of a drone on the wall. That's where my lab is. The code to get in is 230317.
That is 230317. Cool. What else is in here? Nothing? Okay. Don't need to get in there. No, I went too far already. Damn. This way. Alright, so it's 230317. Nice. Oh.
I wouldn't mind if you upgrade. We could boost the communication array.
Tanya, you're breaking up. What was that? Upgrade communication array?
Wanker.
Why did she tell me that? Okay, drone processor. Nothing on the computer. Nothing over here. Okay. And then this way right here. Okay. Oh shoot, we forgot to give this to Victor. Damn it.
Thanks. Now I can leave. Take my key card. A deal's a deal. Good luck on B4.
Thanks. Okay. So, we've done that. How do we get back to that locker, though? I think we go this way? Oh, he dancing. Really? That was all the time loop guardians. A note to a fellow whistleblower expressing doubt about their actions. Ball, I'm having second thoughts, don't get me wrong, the world needs to know what is happening here. Of that I'm sure. Rather, I'm hesitant in our approach. I have a feeling this will end badly for us, especially now with the new emergency protocols in place. If we screw this up, they'll get away with everything. I've taken some extra precautions. I moved the computer to our spot in the maintenance supply room on B2. I changed the password to something only you would know. The OM15 numbers currently deployed to Leith, Sinedra, and Akasa, in that order. Okay. B2 maintenance supply room. PC is Leith, Sinedra, Akasa units. Okay. Oh, we haven't been in here. This is new. Okay. All right. We still need the purple door? Where was the switch for that? It wasn't here. That's red and green. I'm on B2. Yeah, I'm on B2. Is it B1 had the purple switch? No, it must have been B3. Oh no, it's right here.
Stop! Is somebody out there? Over. Training.
It looks like the training exercise has been activated. You'll have to go through the whole thing before the doors can be reopened.
Okay.
When ready, use the button to start.
Protocol 6 initiated. Protocol 7 initiated. Threat level low.
That's not good. Something's wrong. It's not following the standard procedure.
Alright, well, just let them all out.
Threat level elevated.
Let's go, bud.
I managed to open the supply room for you.
Protocol 1 initiated.
Did she give us an out and we totally ignored it?
Threat level.
That's what it feels like.
Protocol 3.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Supply room, okay. Just for supplies, yeah. Yeah. Shut down emergency alarm. Okay. Activate emergency alarm? Oh, I don't want to activate. Good. We turned off that stupid frickin' alarm. Alright, hello.
Thank God you showed up. You're a lifesaver.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Theo Kagan, an assistant technician for OMSIF training. We were doing exercises when the whole place went haywire. Backup systems malfunctioned when we lost power. The team, they didn't stand a chance. I've been calling on the radio ever since.
Okay, what do you know about this symbol?
What do you know about this symbol?
I know this. Our boys did a sweep in the older part of the facility. They found a strange stone with that symbol on it. I told them to put it in the storage room on B4 for future analysis. That's where we keep all the old stuff. You'll need some, high-level clearance to get in there. Here, take my key card. It's the least I can do.
Okay, cool. I don't have anything to give her. I did see one of those blue keycard things over here. Right there. Time Loop Observatory. Cell Block B? Okay. Ooh, basic meal large. I wonder if that was his last meal. A cigarette case, okay. Mementos, good deed started. Oh. Cool. We can go close this thing.
Silly games! You know nothing about the workings of the real world! I will never forgive you and Father.
Wow. Rip headphone users, I'm sorry. It's always so loud.
I played the pawn in your silly game! You know nothing about the workings of the real world! I will never forgive you and Father.
Who are these people? Oh, these are ancient people. Okay. How long has the flippin' time loop been here? Shoot, we still can't get in there. So that's a yellow door. How do I get... Nope, I need to do the yellow doors. Okay. Hello. Yeah, you're all gonna wake up. Got it. Anything in here? Large limbic battery. Was the lady the patient? I don't think so. I think they were father and daughter. Yeah. I think they were father and daughter. Oh, and now we're back out here. Okay. We can't get through the purple door again? Let's open the yellow, I guess. Okay. Which way? This way? Yeah, yellow. Got it. Okay, cool. Ooh, there's a guy right here.
Oh, thank you for getting rid of the creatures. You saved my life.
You're welcome. Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Balam Lamek. I was part of the science team working on the time loops. What we did to that poor man. I can't be a part of this anymore. What we did was unforgivable.
What?
That madman. He timed it perfectly. He created a new time loop on B4. He wants to weaponize them.
Who?
Ever seen this symbol before?
Yes, I have. Some of our soldiers found an artifact with that symbol when they explored the ancient facility. As per procedure, it was catalogued and stored for future investigation. All objects of curio are stored on B4.
Okay, how'd they create the new time loop?
How did they create the new time loop?
Dr. Mabden told the poor Sabinian that the palamists strapped to the tables were the same who had repeatedly raped his daughter. The Sabinian didn't hesitate. He grabbed the chainsaw and chopped the palamists to pieces. I just stood there and let it happen. There are 2 time loops. Don't confuse one for the other. The one on this floor is old and didn't give us as much data. It wasn't good enough for Mabden. That lunatic had to make a new time loop. It's on B4. You need to stop this insanity. Near Mabden's time loop, there is a terminal where you can hack the mainframe and call forth the Guardians. You must close it. Please. End their suffering. Use the numerical code 7584 to access the terminal and take this Amin prism to close the time loop.
Oh, Amin. Amin prism, not Amini. Let's see. B4 terminal is 7584. Cool. Enemy. Oh, damn, we got 2 of those? Oh, one for the one here and one for the one. Okay, got it. Who's Dr. Mabden?
Who is Dr. Mabden?
Dr. Mabden is a cold-hearted son of a bitch.
Obviously.
He's a liar and a manipulator. He will stop at nothing to get what he wants, no matter the cost. He's obsessed with the weaponization of the creatures and the time loops. Someone should stop him.
Okay. All right, so we freed the girl from the training room. We opened the yellow door on B2. Yes. We got the blue door and the locker key on B3. They really want me to go to B4? Yeah, they do. Like, real bad. Yes, okay. So where, hold on. B2, red maintenance supply room PC. Alright, we need to go to B2. Where are we? What level is this? I think this is B1? Yeah, it is. Okay. I don't think she... Do I trade her anything? Cigarette case. An ornate silver cigarette case with the initial ZT engraved in the corner. ZT. ZT. Who? What is your name?
Thank God you showed up.
No, it's not you. ZT. Have we met anyone with the initial ZT? Okay. Wait, what was that? A cheap handmade ring featuring a colorful and garish emblem found on a corpse in cell 2 of the prisoner block. I've got to give this ring to somebody. Don't I? Alright, so in the red maintenance room, there's a PC. Where's the red switch? Here? Yeah. Is there a computer in here? No, not here. Here? No. Must be the other one. Here? This is B2, right? Yeah. Red maintenance supply room PC. No? What the heck? In here? No. Oh, here. Okay, well, ads are playing, so I will see you after the ads. All right, let's see if we can figure out this code. Is this the one that needs it? No. Damn it. Let's read that note again. Here. Move the computer to our spot in the maintenance supply room on B2. Okay, we're on B2. Where is their spot? This is maintenance supply room. What? Is there a missing computer? Is there another part, another area of B2? Hold on. Let's open the green door and see if it's in there. What? Dude, I'm so confused. That's not a maintenance supply room. Am I blind? What's going on here? Maintenance. Maintenance supply room. Okay. Was it supposed to be back here? Maybe they meant up here? Because that's how you have to get to it, by going through the B2 maintenance supply room. No, now we're here on B1.
January 4th, 1993. Request for closure of Time Loop Aster 1. After years of study, all possible data has been extricated from Time Loop Aster 1. Origin: early 9th century, second cycle harmonics. Emotional catalyst: assassination of Conrad Astor by Finello Astor.
Oh.
Horizontal diameter: 15 meters. Resident topology signature: Theta Rho pattern. Recommend training protocols be displaced to level B4, taking advantage of Alpha 1 breakthrough. Recommend collapse of Astor 1 in 30 days' time. This delay will allow finalization of data collection, as well as equipment and personnel transfers. Counterpoint raised: preservation of culturally significant catalyst subjects. Future advancements may allow safe subject extrication.
So that showed the assassination of Conrad Astor by Finello Astor. They were brother and sister, though? Is this the computer? Huh. Tilda Sampson, female, age 35, from Skell. She's a palomist, deceased husband, single mother to a 9-year-old boy. Child was not found at extraction location. 2 miscarriages prior to birth of son. Lean on failure as a mother. Male, pliable with threats of physical violence due to past trauma, severed right hand. He's from Maristan. Intense hatred of palomism and its followers, newlywed less than a year. Low IQ, high degree of gullibility, susceptible to manipulation, fear of authority. Okay, so the ring I found, the handmade ring, I think goes to the boy that's at the Sinedra farm. I think. Because he's the only one we didn't find. His mom wasn't anywhere. Where the hell is this computer? Yeah, that had to have been her. These are the training rooms. She doesn't get the cigarette case. Maybe this guy back here does. ZT? Were the initials on it? What's this guy's name?
Did you close the time loop
Nope,
on
it's not him. ZT. Why do I feel like I've heard that before? What is this? Microwave. Oh, all 7s. Okay. Cool. Alright, so now we're back here. Is there... I don't see a computer here. This is B1, though. B2. Looking for a red maintenance supply room with a computer that we need a code for. That would be this. But there's no flippin' computer here. Mementos. Lax security, whistleblowers. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be B2. Maybe it was supposed to be B3. Try down there. All the red doors should be open, if there are any down here. Here's a computer. Nope, not one that we can get to. I like how even the computers are from the 90s. That's cool. Nice touch. Where does this go? I don't remember. Okay. Okay. Is there someone in here? No, there isn't. Is there a computer in here we couldn't get into? No. Okay. Are your initials ZT?
Thanks for the processor.
No.
Will you be okay?
I'll be fine. I know my way around.
Okay. ZT. Who could that be? And why does it sound familiar? Let's open the orange doors. anything in here for us. I don't think so. Okay. Not really having any luck here. Alright, B2. We're back at this. So, B3 was blue and orange. This is red and green. And B1 is yellow and purple. This is the only computer here that I've found. And we're already in it. This is the maintenance supply room. And there's no computer here. Am I going crazy? A water fountain, nice, yeah. Get nice, nice and hydrated. I like how they labeled these well. So you have chilled water return, chilled water supply, and hot water. I deal with that kind of thing on a daily basis. Typically, there's no H in the abbreviation, though. Where is this frickin' computer? Let's read that note again. This is not the note. This one is. This is not the note. I think I found the code for the computer at the library. Where is lost keys? No, that's not it. Conspiracy safekeeping. Cold fee. I need the whistleblower note. Where did that go? It? No, it's not that one. Where the heck did it go? It's not that one. Revenge. It's here somewhere. Library safe. Training ground, blackmailed, safekeeping, conspiracy, lost keys, cryptic clue. Is it this? Confiscation? It's not that. Library safe is not it. Lost keys, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. This is it. Cold feet. I moved the computer to our spot in the maintenance supply room on B2. I can't find the stupid computer. There is no computer in the maintenance supply room on B2. I'm on B2. Oh, it's right there. I found it. I just happened to see the little shimmer through the slit in the box right there at that exact time. Okay. God damn it. What's the frickin' code? I found it before you could finish typing in googly goo. Okay. Leith Sinedra Akasa. Alright, where are my OMSIF reports? Right here. Leith Sinedra Akasa. So it's 05 11 08. There we go. I can't do this anymore. I'm losing myself. What am I becoming? Where did we go astray? Or was it all a lie from the beginning? When the council first approached me, their promise was to build a better world. I believed in that promise. I gave years of my life to pursue it. I was convinced the research would lead to breakthroughs in physics, engineering, genetics. I thought we would be helping people, curing diseases, improving infrastructure, developing new crops. Perhaps I was too naive in my wide-eyed youth. There are several of us of like mind, disillusioned by what we have witnessed. We can't exactly resign from our posts. We know too much for them to let us walk out of here. No, we are trapped here. Our only hope is to release the information contained herein out into the world and hope someone can hold them accountable. Personnel files, observation notes, test results, future research plans, experimental tech schematics, and most importantly, a list of civilian casualties. Everything is here on this terminal. The people of this country don't deserve this. It's inhumane. They've been through enough. When I began my work here, I was especially overjoyed with the prospect of working alongside the esteemed Dr. Mabden. His reputation for excellence is known the world over. Over the years, my admiration turned to revulsion. Let me state this in no uncertain terms. Dr. Mabden is a psychopath. I've never met a man so scornful of morality. I've seen him watch innocent Hadeans burned alive and not bat an eye. He watched as a limbic entity eviscerated prisoner after prisoner, simply to determine if it would eventually tire. He had pregnant women injected with a limbic serum to study its effects on human embryo development in utero. His obsession goes way beyond the bounds of scientific inquiry. He takes a twisted, sadistic pleasure in conducting his experiments. He must be stopped. They aim to weaponize anything limbic, extracting every little iota of data they can. It's becoming increasingly clear that they intend to use this research for warfare outside of Hadea. There is no benevolence here, just self-serving profit and power. Yeah, talk about war crimes. You said it, Tape. You said it. Alright, we got this. We got this. ZT engraved in the corner. I don't know who ZT is. Do we know who ZT is? don't know who ZT is. Okay, so I think we're good. We can go down to B4 now. Finally. God. That's B3. Okay, B4. Here we go. Hey, this looks awesome. Yo, cool symbol on the floor. Okay, that's nothing there. What do we got over here? Aha! Okay, we can get into both of those, but... Oh, we have to go that way. Okay. Fancy mustache symbol? Yeah. Blue. Red. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, there's that fucker up there. Okay.
Finally, you're here. That's good. Very good. Please use the intercom over there so we can begin.
What?
What a fine specimen you are. I will sincerely thank your commanding officer for providing such an excellent candidate.
I definitely stepped into his test chamber. Yeah. Do we really need to ask who this is? This is Dr. Mabden, Psycho Man guy.
Who are you?
Strange. I thought they would have briefed you. Semantics. I'm Dr. Mabden, head of weapons research. Today's experiment will focus on time loop weaponization.
Okay.
Who are you?
Strange.
Why are you trying to weaponize time loops?
Why are you trying to weaponize time loops?
This is why you are here, not to ask silly questions. If I were you, I would concentrate on surviving the different protocols. Now, let's begin.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's do this.
Good.
He's gonna get me pregnant first.
Come back to the intercom once you're done.
All right. What are we doing?
Your competency is refreshing.
Can I get into this computer? Maybe. That's not it. Do I have a note for this? Library safe, training ground. Lost keys, conspiracy, safekeeping, blackmailed, cold feet. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. Confiscation? 69. We'll try it. Are we done?
Are we done?
Let's get on with the experiment.
What's the experiment? Containment pod is locked. What am I supposed to be doing? Is it 6969? No. Is it 0420? No. It's none of those. What's this? Okay. Posers. Nothing there. That's locked. Can I enter the time loop? No. Okay, I guess we go back to the intercom.
Good work.
Alright, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
The second protocol. Good. You survived. Good work.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
It I'm surprised you got through this one. Excellent.
How many of these things are there?
Good work.
I'm ready.
Now,
37. Cool. Okay.
astonishing. No one has ever gotten this far.
Obviously.
Good work.
Alright, this better be the last one.
This is the last one.
Okay. Why have I heard that before?
It wasn't that bad now, was it?
Good work. You've retrieved the Keystone Bridge.
Okay. Why did that feel too easy? Yellow key card. Can I enter the time loop now? Maybe. I don't know if I want to yet though. Oh. Item 13846, Limbic Rod, Grief X-Ray. Location discovered heritage site, row 021. 50 kilometers southeast of Losalis. Rod was unearthed in a small chamber of the underground complex. Chamber also featured a faded mural depicting 2 water wheels and a waterfall. Complex construction established 8th century. Oh, we needed that. We need that. Fuck, where was that? Was that... I think that was at the top? That was at B0? Oh, can we enter the time loop now? I don't know if we can. No, we can't. There's a time loop guardian somewhere still. I wonder if the Doc is a time loop guardian. Where did he go?
January 3rd, 1993. We have done it. Time Loop Alpha 1 is operational. For the first time, certain aspects of a time loop are under our direct control. Years of planning have finally paid off.
Synaptic modulators are stable, and limbic pulse generators have already confirmed our theories that entities can be generated at will. We will begin testing the optimal frequencies to induce each entity variant. Agent training protocols should be greatly enhanced as a result. The complete weaponization of the technology remains out of our reach for the near future. We are, of course, still bound by the 33-year cycle. Additionally, a proper emotional catalyst remains necessary to the time loop's formation. This requires a great deal of precise social engineering. Overcoming these limitations will be the major area of focus during the next phase of the project.
Okay. Did this guy run away? Where are we going? Probably up to B0. Oh yeah, we are. B0. Okay. Ooh, everybody's up here. Okay. What the heck? What?
I made it out thanks to my little friend here. We couldn't have done it without you.
Okay.
You alright?
Yes. I haven't seen the surface in a long time. I'm looking forward to it. Although I doubt that will be soon. The debriefings I'll have to endure will take some time. They'll want to know what the hell happened down there.
Okay.
Thanks for helping me.
Are you gonna be alright?
I'll be just fine. The intervention forces are on their way. They'll clean up this mess. I'll have a lot of work to do, though. Fixing all the systems. I'll have to run diagnostics to determine what went wrong.
And replace all the employees that got killed?
Thank you for helping me down there.
Are you gonna be okay?
I will be, as soon as I leave. I won't be working for these people anymore. I hope you use that Amin prism I gave you. Those poor people did not deserve such a fate.
Are you gonna be...
I will be, as soon as I...
Okay. Where is that stupid door that we need? Go this way now? B1. Was it here? No, this is the training room. Maybe it was over here? Where the heck did I see that key? I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. You must take it to the Aruga Museum entrance and use it to unlock a locked slot, allowing you to access a new area. That's what I thought it was. We go all the way back to the beginning. Where's the stupid elevator? I want to go back down to B4 though. Make sure we didn't miss anything down there, because we can't close the time loop yet, though we may need to access that other area first. But I want to know where Dr. What's-His-Face, Psycho Man, ran off to. And what's the code to the computer down here? Where did he go? There was nowhere for him to go. Here? Nope, I can't get through there. Still can't get in there. This says Dr. Balam Lamek on level B2 will provide you the code. Oh. 7584. Duh, I forgot all about that. Generate Guardian Row. Oh. There. Now we can probably get in there. Let's check. Oh. There is another time loop guardian. Sigma. There we go. Now we can close it.
Stop! Stop! It's a lie! They're lying! Trevor's... No! 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 No!
Gross.
Stop! Stop! It's a lie! They're lying! Trevor's... No! 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 No!
Oh, God. Okay. Limbic chainsaw acquired. Yeah. Yuck. Ugh. That's awful. And this just goes right here. Oh, so what was the point of having all of that? Yeah, so traumatic events like that do cause the time loops. Yep. Exactly. And that one specifically was formed on purpose by this crazy doctor dude. That doctor, the guy with the chainsaw, the doctor convinced that the guys tied up were responsible for raping his wife over and over and over, so he went crazy and killed him. And that's how they were able to use that trauma to create the time loop. Yeah, no, it's never two people in the time loop just chilling. Nope. Okay, let's get back to the beginning. And then this one right here. Okay. Pole arm of rage. Finally. Holy crap. Okay. A nice stone. War has ever been. Before man took his first breath, war lay in cosmic wait, patient. The eldest craft, the eternal trade, binding its hour for the hands of its truest master, KM. The hell's KM? Ceremonial key. Research item. Okay. I think we're done here.
That's the last keystone. Let's return to the ancient forge and see if your father was right.
Now, research these things for me first, please. The bullets to go with the,
I'll have a look in the database.
The gun. This box contains prototype ammunition developed by the Cerebrum Division's Advanced Weapon Research Team. The prototypes consist of a limbic bullet mounted on a traditional brass casing and gunpowder charts. The peculiar properties of limbic material are such that the bullet's aerodynamics and flight profile differ from traditional bullets. It is unclear whether the ammunition is effective, as insufficient testing has been conducted at the time of writing. The project is part of a bid to bring limbic weaponry into the modern age and promises to significantly bolster the abilities of agents to handle limbic threats.
My article on the Zeal Council conspiracy is up.
Oh, nice. Okay. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly effective machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. John F. Kennedy, April 27th, 1961. Stop scrolling. Traditions crafted by the Order of the Eye were designed to suppress the cycle of violence that had plagued their people and keep the outside world oblivious to their secret. Still, time erodes even the most carefully laid foundations. The tensions between Palamists and Sabinians rose again, threatening to unravel the fragile peace. Meanwhile, the rest of the world was modernizing, industrializing, globalizing, and inevitably turning its gaze toward the enigmatic nation. The scholars of the Order of the Eye maintained Hughdoo's secrecy for centuries, but as technology, warfare, and communication advanced, they realized they could no longer keep the world out. Instead, they would have to bring someone in. The opening of Pandora's box. The scholars sought an ally within the organized nations, the world's emerging diplomatic superstructure. They found their candidate in Caleb Cyprus, a respected UN mediator with deep connections to global powers. He had no allegiances, no extreme ideologies, just a sharp mind and a well-earned reputation for discretion. Caleb saw their invitation as an unprecedented opportunity. A member of state with no embassies, no trade agreements, and virtually no foreign presence was extending its hand, but what he found beneath Hadia's surface was beyond anything he could have imagined. The scholars brought him deep underground. They showed him centuries of hidden knowledge, records of forgotten wars, ancient weapons infused with unknown energies, and most horrifying, the preserved remains of hollow walkers. He listened as the scholars spoke of time loops and the horrors of the past calamities. Caleb left Hadia a changed man, his mind reeling from the weight of his secrets. The scholars had hoped he would take their plight to the ON, securing scientific expertise and funding. Instead, Caleb reported everything to his true masters. For years, Caleb Cypress had served the interests of three of the most powerful families in the world: Frank Vanderlyn, Henry D. Ward, and Charles Dagan. These men, controlling global finance, oil, and weaponry, had orchestrated world events from the shadows for decades. Now Caleb had handed them something beyond wealth or power. He had given them the key to unlocking forces older than human history. The men behind the curtain. By July 1946, the three men arrived in Hadia. Frank Vanderlyn was the heir to a dynasty of central banking titans, rumored to have orchestrated global financial crises for profit. Henry D. Ward, CEO of Prime Oil, wielded control over nearly half the world's fuel infrastructure. Charles Dagan, owner of Dagan Industries, had profited from both world wars and played a direct role in the Manhattan Project. They met with the scholars on Hyde Island, deep within Hadia's restricted Lake Kilm. The Order of the Eye revealed everything, hoping these men would help secure the future. Instead, the three saw an opportunity to reshape the world. The Zeal Council, an elite syndicate of industry titans, would work alongside the scholars, but while the Order of the Eye sought to contain the calamity, the Zeal Council had far grander ambitions. They saw the Eye as an experiment. What the scholars considered a curse, the Zeal Council saw as a potential source of power, energy, and weapons. Thus, Operation Moloch was born, a decades-long project designated to provoke a controlled calamity and study its effects. The Order of the Eye was left in the dark. The Axiom, the gears of Operation Moloch. In 1948, the Zeal Council established the Axiom, a vast and secretive organization divided into four major divisions. Cerebrum, led by Edwin Pearson, focuses on scientific research, biology, chemistry, physics, and energy studies related to the Eye of God and the time loops. General Emerson oversees Manus, the military arm overseeing logistics and security, and the elite OMSIF soldier trained to counter limbic entities. Oculus, headed by Joseph Donovan, is the intelligence division responsible for espionage, surveillance, and information control inside and outside Hadia. Estes, operated by William Fleming, specializes in propaganda and psychological warfare. It is tasked with manipulating Hadia's political landscape and controlling the media. Each division worked independently without knowing the greater plan, ensuring no single group had all the pieces. Only the Zeal Council knew the full scope of Operation Moloch. The Grand Design. According to files retrieved from the Zeal server, the blueprint for Operation Moloch was meticulous and spanning decades. Every phase was calculated, orchestrated, and most disturbingly executed with unwavering precision. The phases that have already passed are terrifying in their implications. The phases yet to unfold even worse. Phase 1, the Hermit State. The first step in the plan was absolute isolation. A change in government was essential, one that could single-handedly control the people and seal the country off from outside interference. The Order of the Eye and the Zeal Council sought a leader who could do just that. The making of a tyrant. Guryon Yankel was an enigma. To the Palamas, he was a humble man of modest background. To the Sabinians, he was an intellectual and a reformer. To the Order of the Eye and the Zeal Council, he was a useful puppet. The former head of palace security, Yankel was already accustomed to quelling unrest with an iron fist. More importantly, he had no deep loyalty to either ethnic group. He was the perfect blank slate. The Zeal Council's propaganda arm, Aestus, worked tirelessly to shape Yankel's image. They carefully molded public sentiment and judged the people toward political change through bribes, coercion, and propaganda. By 1952, the stage was set. Here, read all this. This is what's been going on. I know, right? Like 45 hours into the game, we finally understand what the hell is happening. The stage coup. We are going to continue with this after the ad break. I'll see you then. Okay, I've wet my whistle. Let's continue. The staged coup. Under cover of darkness, Yankel's forces stormed the royal palace. The royal guard never stood a chance. When the smoke cleared, the monarchs and their family were dead. The next day, Yankel stood before the people and declared himself the Republic of Hadia's president. The transition was anything but smooth. Protests erupt, resistance factions formed, the country teetered on the brink of chaos. It was precisely what the Zeal Council wanted. Sealing the borders. Between June and December 1953, the new government passed sweeping laws. Censorship. Every newspaper required government approval before publication. Travel restrictions. Passports were revoked. Leaving or entering the country now required presidential authorization. Surveillance and policing. The civilian police were transformed into a military branch. New tattletale programs rewarded citizens for turning in potential dissenters. Then came the physical barriers. By March 1954, construction began along Hadia's borders. Walls, razor wire fences, checkpoints, watchtowers, and minefields surrounded the nation like a vice grip. Millions of darns, Hadian currency, were poured into military expansion. The national army swelled, military service became mandatory, and desertion became punishable by death. By August 1957, the operation was complete. Hadia was officially a hermit state. Phase 2, the powder keg. With the country locked down, it was time to prime it for destruction. The Zeal Council believed that the population wasn't divided enough. To ensure maximum tension when the time came, they needed a more even distribution of Palamists and Sabinians across all provinces. In 1959, Gurion Yankel addressed the nation, announcing his grand vision of unification. A relocation program was established, overseen by Axiom agents. Incentives were offered to encourage migration. Later, lotteries were introduced, forcibly relocating citizens to new regions. The changes planted the seeds of resentment. The old wounds of ethnic strife deepened. We read about that somewhere before. In 1960, the Carnival and Week of Peace were celebrated. Hadians had no idea they were celebrating for the last time. Behind the scenes, the Axiom meticulously studied the Limbic invasions. They had one goal: to master the cycle. Their Omsif soldiers trained relentlessly, preparing for the calamity. By 1981, the Zeal Council decided the country was ripe for chaos. It was time to light the fuse. Phase 3, lighting the fuse. With tensions bubbling just beneath the surface, the Zeal Council prepared their next move, the assassination of Gurion Yankel. The assassination. On June 26, 1982, Gurion Yankel was found dead in his private resort on Lake Sinan. The official cause was suicide. Unofficially, an Oculus hit squad made sure he never saw it coming. The nation spiraled into uncertainty. That must be the house out on the lake in Lake Sinan. The Grand Coalition. With the dictator gone, Hadia's 4 provinces gained autonomy, forming a fragile coalition government under the Zeal Council's watchful eye. But this was merely a waiting game. Between 1982 and 1990, the Axiom pulled every string imaginable to keep Hadia on course. They manipulated the media, which was entirely under Zeal Council control. Hate speech, historical grievances, and propaganda ran rampant. The new government and its parliament were continuously sabotaged by blocking political disagreements between the provinces. As parliament stagnated, so did the public's trust. Journalists, activists, and moderates were silenced through intimidation and, in some cases, assassinations. The sparks that lit the fuse. In March 1990, Phineas Bizima, Umberhand's governor, delivered an incendiary speech demanding the return of the Illigad Valley. Riots broke out in Yevil, orchestrated by Axiom agent provocateurs. In April 1990, a bomb detonated in the Marison market. Dozens died. The Palamist nationalists were to blame, igniting waves of violence. Tensions reached their breaking point. By March 1991, Argola and Umberhand had invaded Jahania. Asteria retaliated. The Hadian civil war had begun. For 2 years, both sides committed unspeakable war crimes. While Hadians watched in horror, the Zeal Council prepared for the real experiment. Phase 4, Sacrificial Lamb. The war provided the perfect cover for the Zeal Council's desire for unrestricted access to the 6th Calamity. In December 1992, OMSIS soldiers and Cerebrum scientists were deployed across Hydea to collect and secure the experiment. Hydea was never meant to be saved. The Zeal Council's true goal was a controlled limbic invasion, to study it, harness its power, and exploit its potential unburdened by the moral qualms of the Order of the Eye. The millions of Hydeans caught in the chaos, nothing more than collateral damage. And the worst is yet to come. The last and final stage of Operation Moloch, called Immolation, has not yet come to pass. I can only conclude that the Zeal Council intends to eliminate all the evidence and witnesses. I dare not want to know how they plan to execute this last phase. The Unleashed Chaos. After roaming in Hydea with my partner, we've noticed that the OMSIF and science outposts are in shambles. Did the Zeal Council not foresee the calamity's scale and magnitude? The creatures were unpredictable, more than anticipated. The time loops expanded beyond control. Everything I've read on the Zeal server shows repeatedly that the Zeal Council and its Axiom were prepared. What happened? Hydea is no longer an experiment, it's a catastrophe, a crime against humanity, and I'm confident that the Zeal Council feels fear for the first time. Sure. Alright.
Interesting find.
Ceremonial
Let's see
key.
what the server can tell us about it.
In 773 AD, 3 years after the Bridal War began, Lord Umbra would unconditionally surrender to Lord Aster. His heraldic key was presented to Aster as a symbolic gesture of fealty. With his ally Lord Argao defeated, and the second calamity still raging across the country, Lord Umbra chose to willingly end the conflict rather than shed any more of his subjects' blood. The surrender would officially mark the end of the Bridal War. With no one left to oppose him, Lord Aster would crown himself king of Hydea.
I wrote a piece on several of the past calamities.
Oh god. Alright, well, several of you have come in here before and wished that I could narrate a book for you. Here it is. It's just hours and hours of reading. That's all it is. Oh, but this is all about the calamities. Okay. The Limbic invasions, known as the calamities by the general population, began by attempting to stop the religious wars that had almost wiped out Hydean society. The scholars of the Order of the Eye created the Eminence Shroud device capable of augmenting the Eye of God's emotional dampening effect to reach the entirety of Hydea. It was a success. However, in doing so, the scholars had inadvertently created their hell, cursing Hydeans in a cycle of calamities that would span generations. The second calamity. The man who would be king, Lord Aster's ambition ignites war and betrayal. After the first calamity, silence fell over Hydea. The invaders had been destroyed, along with the brutal religious wars. The land was finally healing. In 734, an oligarchy was formed under the watchful gaze of the Order of the Eye. After heated debates in Loblina, power was eventually distributed among 4 noble houses, 2 from the Palamas traditionalists, House Argo and House Umbra, and 2 from the Sabinian reformists, House Aster and House Jahan. Hydea was divided into 4 provinces: Argola, Umbrahan, Asteria, and Gehenna. The Loblina alliance kept the peace for years, allowing the people to prosper, but one man had grander ambitions. The rise of Lord Aster. House Aster had no interest in the alliance. Lord Aster envisioned himself as Hydea's sole ruler. Working secretly, he strengthened his military, secured his economy, and built alliances. His biggest obstacle was House Jahan, which refused to break from the alliance. Without their support, his conquest seemed impossible. Lord Aster appeared to accept the oligarchy, even arranging a marriage between his daughter Finello and Lord Jahan's son Vaughn. The wedding was set in Jelgin, a quiet town near Argola's border, but on the day of the ceremony, Lord Aster disguised his men as Argolan soldiers. They raided the church, massacring the guests, though Finello miraculously survived, Vaughn was not so fortunate. Old hatreds reignited. Lord Jahan, consumed by grief, had no doubts, blaming House Argo. Lord Aster had what he wanted, a war he couldn't lose. The Second Reformist War. Despite House Argo's pleas of innocence, Lord Jahan declared war. House Jahan and House Aster launched a relentless campaign, committing horrific war crimes and demanding Lord Argo's execution. Meanwhile, House Umbra remained neutral, ignoring Argo's cries for aid. As the Reformists tore through Argola, the Order of the Eye scrambled to stop the bloodshed. Too late. They had failed to recognize Lord Aster for what he was, a warmonger. Their worst fears came true. The Eye of God activated. The second calamity had begun. That's the first time I've heard of the Eye of God starting the calamities. I had been led to believe the Eye of God would stop the calamities. Argola burns. By the time the Reformists had nearly forced Argola into surrender, their brutality surpassed even the horrors of the old religious wars. House Jahan's soldiers showed no mercy, claiming vengeance for Vaughn. Then, time loops appeared, trapping moments of extreme violence. Soon after, the creatures emerged, attacking everything in sight. Lord Aster was furious. Argola was on the verge of surrender, and now these monsters had ruined his plans to invade Umbrahan. Yet his pride and thirst for the throne blinded him. He ordered Lord Jahan to continue the campaign despite the chaos. Lord Jahan, obsessed with revenge, obeyed. But Lord Umbra, watching the carnage unfold, could stand by no longer. He surrendered to Lord Aster, ending the war and crowning him King of Hydea. The Loblina alliance was gone. The noble houses swore fealty to House Aster, uniting under one banner. Armed with limbic weapons, Hydea's warriors systematically destroyed the creatures. Behind the scenes, the Order of the Eye worked tirelessly to close the time loops. The second calamity was stopped. Now, all eyes turned to the new king. Disturbing rumors. Rumors spread quickly. King Aster, it was said, was attempting to weaponize the creatures. Concerned, the Order of the Eye dispatched spies. Every trail led to a dead end. Any captured informants died before revealing secrets, even under torture. All paths led to whispers of a place known as the Auriga Museum, but its location and true nature remained a mystery. With no other choice, the Order of the Eye ordered King Aster's assassination. Like a serpent without a head, his kingdom crumbled. Once again, Hydea needed to heal. The Loblina alliance was revived, and the oligarchy was restored. As soon as I'm done reading, the credits roll. You don't think there's a reliable narrator anywhere in this game? Oh, I hadn't thought about that. That's a good point. The third calamity. Love conquers all, even death. The reign of Lady Marguerite ends in tragedy. A fragile peace. Following House Aster's downfall, Hydea's noble houses signed a new treaty, forming the Second Loblina Alliance. Peace, however, remained tenuous. The Order of the Eye, wary of history's brutal cycle, sought to prevent another disaster. The scholars theorized that violence triggered the emergence of time loops, the strange phenomena responsible for past calamities. Determined to suppress conflict, the Order placed spies in every noble house, urging leaders to renounce violence as a mortal sin. Few embraced the doctrine more fervently than Lady Marguerite of House Argo, a woman whose devotion to peace and to her god Setherus would ultimately lead to catastrophe. The Mother of Argola. Lady Marguerite, revered as the Mother of Argola, ruled without personal ambition beyond maintaining peace. Unable to bear children, she saw her subjects as her own, her love for them unwavering but increasingly obsessive. Her reign was defined by two policies: defense and religious decree. She would ensure her people survived the next calamity, no matter the cost. A fortress beneath the earth. Determined to protect Argola, Lady Marguerite diverted the treasury toward massive defensive projects. Walls enclosed every city, town, and village, but fortifications were insufficient. She commissioned an extensive network of underground shelters, calling upon miners and sappers to carve tunnels underneath Hydea. The greatest of these was the Yumo Caves, a sprawling subterranean city near Trisk, capable of sheltering thousands, complete with schools, storage chambers, refectories, and chapels. The caves were stocked with harvest supplies and designed to seal off completely in times of crisis. Argola was prepared for war, but Lady Marguerite believed faith would be an even greater shield. Overbearing vigilance. Under Lady Marguerite's decree, violence became the greater sin. All crimes of violence, no matter how severe or trivial, were punished equally. Even minor altercations resulted in imprisonment or execution. The Solanza Watch, secretive watchmen, patrolled Argola, spying on citizens and arresting those deemed a risk of causing violence. Neighbors informed on one another, fear spread like disease. Argola became a province of silence and paranoia. The rest of Hydea followed Lady Marguerite's example, but the reformist provinces were more measured. Crimes were punished proportionally, and no citizen was encouraged to spy on their peers. The revolt. Years passed, Argola darkened, the people trapped in fear and austerity reached a breaking point. In secret, a rebellion formed, nobles, commoners, and peasants alike meeting within the very underground shelters meant to protect them. Their anger had festered too long. When the revolt erupted, it did so with merciless force. The rebels stormed Trisk, their fury unchanged. The streets ran red in what would be remembered as the Trisk Massacre. The city fell swiftly, but within its walls stood the Dalglav Fortress, where Lady Marguerite and her loyalists had held their ground. A siege began. From atop the ramparts, Lady Marguerite watched in horror. Her beloved people, her children, were butchering one another. Overcome with grief, she whispered, "Love conquers all, even death." Then, before anyone could stop her, she took a dagger and slit her own throat. A time loop formed around her, trapping her in an endless cycle of self-destruction, replaying her final tragic moment for eternity. Creatures abound. The Order of the Eye, desperate to prevent disaster, had no time to act. The Eye of God had opened. The third calamity had begun. Time loops spread across Argola, opening in the streets of Trisk. The nightmarish creatures emerged indiscriminately, attacking both rebels and loyalists alike. House Umbra responded first, mobilizing its forces against the chaos. Armed with limbic weapons, their warriors pushed back the monstrous invaders. The Argola military secured Dalglav Fortress, aided by mysterious fighters. As scholars proto-martyrs worked frantically to close the time loops. The battles raged. Slowly, at significant cost, House Umbra and the surviving Argolan forces eradicated the creatures. The calamity was over. And that's all I got to say about the war in Hydea. A costly victory. Trisk lay in ruins. Argola had lost his mother. The woman who sought to shield her people from suffering had instead drowned them in it. The scholars, burdened by yet another failure, were left to pick up the pieces. Once again, Hydea would need to heal. Did I get that one? I did get that one. Yeah, and that's all I got to say about that. Oh, here we go. The fourth calamity. The betrayer. Hydea's darkest hour unfolds as a heretic's machinations ignite a catastrophe. A kingdom united and fractured. Despite scars of past calamities, Hydea thrived under King Marcus. The monarchy, established through the decree of Holy Symmetry, sought to unify the once divided Sabinian reformists and Palamist traditionalists. Under its terms, each ruling monarch would sever ties to their noble house, and the heir would be required to marry someone of the opposite faith. Hope flourished as Marcus Slab of House Umbra ascended the throne alongside Queen Viga Phaler of House Aster. The Loblina alliance was dissolved, replaced by a kingdom where noble lands became duchies and baronies. Both churches secured positions in court, ensuring religious balance. For a time it seemed the new order would hold, but one man, raised in the shadow of war, would see it undone. The prodigy turned heretic. Born between the second and third calamities, Francis Aldrich was raised in a strict Palamist household where discipline bordered on cruelty. His parents forced him to kneel before the eye of Sethrus for hours, sometimes days. The symbol loomed in every room. its omnipresent gaze haunting his childhood. Surviving the third calamity, Francis concluded that the creatures were inevitable, a punishment for humanity's weakness. Resistance, he believed, was futile. Despite his upbringing, Francis excelled in academia, earning a place in a prestigious school secretly operated by the Order of the Eye. His intellect was unmatched, but so was his arrogance. Though the scholars recognized his potential, his hubris kept him from fully entering the ranks. The Order never entrusted him with their most sacred knowledge, their mission to stop the calamities. Suspecting he would soon be cast out, Francis broke into the Forbidden Library. He barely had time to turn a page before the full guard seized him, but in those few moments he ripped out and concealed several pages containing secrets of the time loops and the predicated date of the next calamity. Oh, the predicted date of the next calamity. Expelled in disgrace, Francis wandered around the forests of Emberhan, alone with his soul and knowledge. It was there, in the depths of solitude, he claimed to hear the voice of TR. The rise of the servants of TR. Hallucinogenic visions led Francis to a revelation. TR, the two-headed serpent, was the true god of humanity. Sethris, he preached, had long abandoned them. The time had come to embrace raw passion, to surrender to desires long suppressed by Palamas and reformist doctrine. At first, he was dismissed as a lunatic. Villages drove him away, priests condemned him, and crowds jeered, but he remained steadfast. TR was merely testing his faith. Slowly, the outcast came to him, the disgraced, the rejected, the humiliated, those persecuted by the Palamas Church. They found solace in his words. Soon the servants of TR were born. Your mouth is getting dry? Phew. Their doctrine, a direct affront to the Palamas Church, spread like wildfire. Alarmed, the Church formed the Inquisition of Palam, led by Grand Inquisitor Damien, tasked with wiping out the cult. The Inquisition swept through Umbrahan, unleashing mock trials, burnings, and brutal purges. The servants of TR fled eastward, seeking refuge in reformist lands. Queen Viga's defiance. Unlike the Palamas, the Sabinian reformists tolerated the servants of TR. In an act of goodwill, Queen Viga allowed them to settle in Jehania, donating land to build their first shrine, the Sacrament of the Fallen. The decision infuriated the Palamas Church and King Marcus, who saw it as treachery. "You failed to consult me when you created your Inquisition," Queen Viga retorted. Tensions at core escalated. Meanwhile, in the Plains of Mist, the servants of TR isolated themselves behind high walls, accepting only traders through a single river checkpoint. Locals grew uneasy, rumors swirled, disappearing travelers, unnatural sounds, strange lights at night. The Queen's advisors urged her to investigate. She sent her most trusted diplomat, Lady Sophia Morton, to parley with Francis. It was a journey that ended in horror. The game's long enough, they can just read the rest of it, says the game studio. The betrayer's trap. Sophia never returned. Right, we found her skull. Instead, a single survivor limped back to court, carrying her severed head in a basket. Enraged, Queen Viga ordered an invasion. The Jehenian army, reinforced by the Palamas Inquisition, laid siege to the Sacrament of the Fallen. For weeks, the cultists held the walls with fanatical resolve. Then, without warning, they abandoned their defenses. Their army stormed the compound, expecting a final battle. Instead, they found eerie silence. Francis sat on his makeshift throne, serene, smiling. His followers knelt in circles, whispering prayers and singing hymns. The soldiers hesitated, then raised their swords. The cultists grinned and slit their own throats. A time loop ignited. Francis had timed everything perfectly. Another calamity had erupted. The Jehenian army and Palamas inquisitors fled, scrambling to contain the horrific creatures emerging all around them. Excuse me. But the real horror lay elsewhere. Francis had sent cultists across Hadia to sacrifice themselves simultaneously. Time loops opened across the kingdom. Cities, villages, and the armies of Hadia found themselves battling monsters on every front. The aftermath. After significant losses, the combined forces of Hydea quelled the fourth calamity, but at an unimaginable cost. Francis, captured alive, was sentenced to a decade of torture before finally dying in his cell. His followers were hunted, his Gospel of TR seized by the Inquisition, and his diaries detailing his theories on time loops were archived by the scholars. The betrayer was no more. His legacy scarred Hydea and wounded the scholars, wounds that would never truly close. The fourth calamity had come and gone. The Order of the Eye would never be the same. Oh, this is the good part, the fifth calamity. The Blood Queen, the deadliest calamity in Hydea's history, did not begin with the creatures, but with ambition, betrayal, and vengeance. Non-interference. The fourth calamity left the Order of the Eye divided. Internal disputes raged over their role in political affairs, but the scholars ultimately agreed. Their interference had failed. Manipulating kings, swaying the clergy, and orchestrating assassinations had proven too volatile, too costly. Instead, they withdrew. Most of their spy network was dismantled, save for a few well-placed informants tasked with observing, not intervening. If another war arose, the scholars would let it burn Hydea to the ground. From its ashes, they would rebuild a better world. Long memories. The wounds of war do not heal overnight. In Argola and Umberhan, reformist communities became scapegoats. Isolated and targeted, they suffered frequent attacks, while Palamist traditionalists, bitter from years of reformist rule, fed the flames of resentment. The high priest of the reformists and the archcleric of the Palamists bickered, accusing each other of fueling the unrest, but the conflict escalated when Queen Viga announced she was expecting an heir. Okay, so Queen Viga is still alive at this point. Under the decree of Holy Symmetry, the next king would be a Sabinian reformist, as the monarchy required alternating faiths. This did not sit well with the Palamist Church, which had recently elected hardline traditionalists to its leadership. They would not sit idly by while another reformist ruled Hydea. The Boy King. Years later, King Marcus passed peacefully in his sleep, leaving behind a stable but fragile kingdom. His son Garland ascended to the throne. Raised as a Sabinian reformist, Garland was gentle, kind, and forgiving, but lacked the discipline and confidence to lead. His mother, Queen Viga, worried for his future, but she passed before she could see him wed. Alone and vulnerable, Garland turned to his Palamist advisors for guidance. They seized the opportunity. They handpicked his queen. The veteran's pupil, Lady Harver Rivetta of Argola, was not a typical noblewoman. Raised by her uncle Thomas Rivetta, a veteran of the fourth calamity, she was trained as a warrior rather than a lady. Thomas had survived the butchery of the Fallen, one of the bloodiest battles of the fourth calamity, and emerged as a hardened Palamist traditionalist. Thomas raised Harver as he would have a son, ensuring she knew how to fight, lead, and survive. Harver was beautiful, but battle-worn, often seen covered in dust, smelling of horse and sweat. The Palamist clergy saw her as the perfect candidate. They whispered into her pious heart, convincing her that Sethrus chose her to restore Hydea to Palamist rule. By the time she married King Garland, the coup was already underway. Seeds of hatred. The reconstruction of Argola had left the kingdom financially strained. The late Queen Viga had halted funding, fearing an economic collapse. Her decision left Argola in poverty. As hardship spread, Palamist traditionalists blamed the reformists for their suffering. Hate-filled sermons and nationalist rhetoric and conspiracies flourished. The Palamists took action. Queen Havar redirected funds to Argola, not for rebuilding but for strengthening its military. She also funded the construction of her death camps and towers all over Hydea, including the most notorious one, the Arcus Spire. Her uncle, Thomas Rivetta, was named Supreme Commander of Hydea's forces. Conscript orders were passed, and Argola and Umberhan began raising an unstoppable army. Meanwhile, reformist communities in Palamist territories suffered segregation, arrests, and attacks. The Order of the Eye watched and did nothing. The Night of Sharp Daggers. The coup d'etat was swift, brutal, and absolute. Under cover of darkness, Palamist forces stormed the capital, assassinating every reformist noble and high priest in their sleep. By dawn, King Garland, broken and alone, renounced his Sabinian faith. In Palamis-held lands, reformists were arrested, rounded up, and sent to death camps. The Sabinian genocide had begun. 2 massive Palamis armies marched into reformist territory. Jehania fell first, its people unprepared for war. Reformist priests were beaten, burned, and crucified. Asteria resisted. Its warriors had survived the 4th calamity. Though outnumbered, they inflicted devastating losses on the Palamis forces. Still, it was only a matter of time. The Palamis army united into one unstoppable force, pushing the reformists into their last stronghold, Lausulus, the capital of Asteria. The last stand. The siege began. Inside the gates, the Sabinian reformists knew their fate. Rumors of mass executions and extermination camps had reached their ears. They made one final decision. They would die fighting. At dawn, the city gates burst open. Starved, desperate, and filled with hatred, every soldier, every citizen of Lausulus charged the Palamis army in one last stand. The bloodshed was unimaginable. Savagery beyond reason. Then the Eye of God opened. Time loops appeared through the battlefield, trapping the slaughter in endless repetition, fueling a flood of monstrous creatures. The Palamis army collapsed. In the rest of Hydea, inside the mass execution camps, time loops opened as civilians were slaughtered. For the 5th time, a calamity had struck in Hydea. Tabula rasa. The scholars were ready. The full guard was unleashed. Time loops were shut down. King Garland and Queen Havar were assassinated. Though Queen Havar's name was erased from history, her legacy drenched in blood remains. Only her Arcus spire still stands today, sealed shut as a reminder of the dangers of unchecked passions. In whispers and secret circles, Palamis and reformists still remembered, and Hydea never forgets. Tape, you're having an expedition-induced seizure? I know, this is like massive lore dump. The war was over, hundreds of thousands were dead, the monarchy was shattered, and for the first time the Order of the Eye took direct control. A puppet monarchy was installed, ruled by scholars disguised as kings and queens. A new holiday, the Carnival, and the Week of Peace was established to reshape cultural memory and ensure control. For over 1,000 years, the calamity ceased. The scholars believed they had won. They were wrong. Wow. Okay, then. Goddamn. Let's check our data terminal. We need... research log. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay. How many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is there 8 per thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, there are. If that lady hands you another file, you're poking her in her good eye with a cattle prod. I mean, she's going to. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got at least one more article from her. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to look at time loops and good deeds and stuff. So what do we have left to do? We gotta give Victor his necklace. Mementos. I've gotta find... who does the cigarette case belong to? The initials Z something. I've got that one limbic door there. Got a limbic door here. Several things here we need. So it's a chest, something we haven't found yet, and pilgrimage? it's good information, tells us a lot. It's just a whole lot at once. Yeah. That's why if you write a novel, don't lore dump on people. It sucks. And it's not very good writing. We need to go here, because we need to unlock, the computer in the computer room D. Gelgen is just a chest. We've got a Limbic Forge waterfall? What? Where was there a Limbic chest? You'll avoid lore dumping on people by never writing a novel? I didn't see a Limbic chest in the Auriga Museum. Was there a... Did I miss a Limbic chest? I don't remember there being a Limbic chest. Am I crazy? Yes, I am. Okay. But it's saying there is one. See? Auriga Museum, Limbic chest, Limbic Forge waterfall. Maybe it's at the Limbic Forge because we picked up a Limbic rod in the Auriga Museum. Maybe that's what it is. I think that is what that is. You don't know about a chest, but you know crazy? Yeah, takes one to know one, right? So who could ZT be? Let's go to Victor, give him the necklace. Oh, here's Mom.
Remy, I'm ready to make my move.
Good. We should rendezvous at Lake.
Wait.
Lieutenant, you are relieved of command.
Uh-oh.
On what grounds, Corporal? Put these on. You are to report back for debriefing. Stop!
Arabeth? Arabeth!
Not
Ah,
CT,
fuck.
ZT. Zebra Tango.
Remy, I'm sure she's all right.
Unlikely.
I know a survivor when I see one. Do you think she knows you were going to say Lake Sinan?
Yeah.
What difference does it make? We got work to do.
For all the writing in the game, they've written the player character terribly.
What can I do for you?
Can you upgrade anything? Let's upgrade this.
Here. I love that.
Okay. I'm good there. I need to give you this necklace. This one.
So he did plan to give me one after all. Thank you for bringing this back to me. I'll wear it with pride.
Word. Cool. Victor's vigil, good deed accomplished. Nice. I need to get to Sinedra. So we gotta go give that ring to the kid in the basement. I think this is the kid that that ring is supposed to go to. They could have made him a good character or gone with it just being you in this world, but they just did kind of a middle ground where he's boring. Yeah, I mean, also he's not really the focus of the story, but when he has parts that he is the focus of, he just kind of sucks. Like, they didn't have to make him be so cold when he saw his... Like, at first he was like, oh no, Mom, and then he was like, oh wait, we have things to do first. Like, what? The reason I think this kid gets the ring is because he's the only kid that we don't know what happened to his parents.
That's my superhero symbol. You met Mama? That's the ring I made for her. Well, what does that mean? Is she coming back soon?
Nope.
Mr. Atticus is the coolest. He brought me and Mrs. Koss and Mika here. This place is awesome.
Okay. Did that not complete something? A mystery? That place looks like Asmongold's room. Maybe. I still can't believe we don't know what this mystery is. Limbic Chest Archaeology Camp, okay. Limbic Forge Waterfall. We have a time loop in Sinedra Forest. Collapse, collapse, collapse. Collapsed, 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 collapsed. Both of these are collapsed. Okay. I didn't get anything completed for turning that ring in? Tapeworms collapsed. I'll have some music played at your eulogy. Alright, I wonder if we can finally open the door over here. not hostile fish? What are you hostile fish? What are you talking about? I don't have it. I still only have this one. What the frick? Can this one go in there? And then this one go in here? Nope, that can't happen. Oh, hardstyle fish? Where the heck are the neutral limbic chests? And where the hell is that limbic rod, the grief limbic rod that I'm missing? I don't know. Let's go to the Leith National Library and get into that computer. You don't want to? I'm sure it'll be short. Shorter. So, feel like an impatient kid on a long car ride right now? Settle down. We'll be there soon. Okay, so I think we need to put these in order. So this would be A3. And then E9, E9, K5, and then L6. And then N7. And then Y7. And that spells Yankel. Which would be seven, 9, 7, 5. Oh, it's not. That's not how you spell Yankel. Yank all. Three, 6. So 797536. Nope. Hold on, what was it? 536. Nope. Is it 9-3 because it's Yankel? 737596. No. How the heck do you spell Yankel? Is he in here? Y-A-N-K-E-L. 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 So Y is 7. A is 3. N is 7. K is 5. E is 9. L is 6. 737596. Is it 395 677? Let's read that note. Right here. Everything they have told us is a lie. The puppet dictator had no real power. Biggest cover-up in Hadean history. All my proof can be found in Computer Room D at the National Library. Broaden your mind, find the clues. It's got something to do with what's in this note. Broaden your mind, find the clues. Lift the veil and see the light. The truth will set you free. Did the posters come up as a code already? No. Not that I know of. Broaden your mind, find the clues. The puppet dictator had no real power, the biggest cover-up in Hadean history. Broaden your mind, find the clues. Do the letters spell out a word if arranged numerically? No. I don't think so. Numerically would be A, K, L, N, Y, or YN, E. Ackland? It clearly spells out Yankel. I don't know. Let me take the ad break. I'll see you after him. What are you talking about? Nippon Manju is the best video in the break song lineup. Also, I'm an idiot. Seven has a line through it. That's a 1, not a 7. So N is 1. That means this 7 is a 1. So it's 7, 3, 1, 5. Get over here. It's 7, 3, 1, 5, 9, 6. That's the second. This is the second game that's tripped me up with handwritten notes that have a 1 and a 7 in them. The Grand Conspiracy. Fellow truth seekers, if you have made it this far, then you must be as interested in the absolute truth as I am. I will outline my findings here for you to judge for yourselves. I have a feeling many of you already know all of this to be true intuitively. There's something not quite right in this country. We've all felt it. Let me come right out and say I found conclusive evidence that we are being experimented on by travelers from another world for their own nefarious purposes. Yes, aliens are among us, hiding in plain sight. They have taken control of Hughdoo, and the globalists are covering it up. I was a teenager in the early 50s, but I can still remember the sudden flurry of activity around Mount Obek, barricades going up overnight, armed men dressed in black standing guard around the mountain. What were they hiding? I believe the alien craft landed here in Hughdoo around that time. Their craft burrowed under Mount Obek, and it's been there ever since. It was just before Gurion Yankel seized power in 52. Coincidence? Why Mount Obek? Because it stands on an incredible, powerful magnetic locus. If you look at the old historical maps, you can see multiple ancient ley lines converging on Mount Obek. Follow the landmarks. Everything is publicly accessible here at the library. See for yourselves. The ancient Hughdooans were highly attuned to these kinds of things. That's why they even founded our major cities on the ley lines. Just look at our provincial capitals. The Tris-Losalis line intersects the Galmor-Loblina line right at the foot of Mount Obek. The aliens would undoubtedly have been attracted by it. Then in the 60s, they faked the moon landing to try to cover up the warp trail left when the ship arrived. With the whole world looking up into space, they needed to distract so we wouldn't question the trails in the sky. Let's start with Gurion Yankel. Why would the most powerful man in Hughdoo suddenly off himself in 82? He had consolidated all the power. Think about it. Where is the gun he supposedly shot himself with? It only makes sense when you realize that he was nothing but a puppet, placed there to keep us in line. Something changed in the 50s. The big players suddenly took an interest in little old Hughdoo. International agencies, multinational corporations, research firms. Even today, 40 years later, I still see the black-clad agents skulking around. Surely you've seen them too. Why are they still here? Who are they? Why would they come here, you ask? Good question. Power. Power and money, big pharma, weapons manufacturing, energy research, media, conglomerates, child trafficking, all of it. They're here among us, pulling the strings for their extraterrestrial masters. I don't know what kind of wicked bargain they made, but they sold us out. I've suspected for a long time that they're putting something in the water to rile us up. I would advise everyone to stop drinking it immediately. I haven't drunk from the public water system in decades, and I can finally see clearly. They need us divided, fighting each other so that we can't see what they're doing. We now have the ON sniffing about, more globalists looking to dig their claws into this country. Modern Hughdoo is just a giant experiment, and we are the subjects. Wake up. This guy's the reliable narrator? Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, he was on the right track, he just got his conspiracy theories mixed up. Okay, so what do we have to do? We've got one time loop left. It's the lizard people and Big Pharma, yeah. With the child traffickings for their adrenochrome extraction.
Do you have anything?
I don't have any research for her. Okay. What do we have left? And where do we get that grief limbic key? These are all opened. Done all the good deeds except mementos. What is mementos? That's the cigarette case, which is this here. An ornate silver cigarette case with the initials ZT engraved in the corner, found on a corpse in cell 4 of the prisoner block in Auriga Museum. Cell 4. She turns and looks at you unexpectedly, and you have nothing, so you turn away and log into the computer. Shit, who was in cell 4? I need to go back there. I need to get into the computer that said who was who. How have we spent the last half of the stream with you reading? Well, there was a lot to read. There was a lot to read. That was probably like 20,000 words. Maybe 10,000 maybe. This is a lot of reading. Calf Crow's not even here? I know. Where was the computer that said who was who? I thought it was in that control room up there. I guess it wasn't. Oh shoot, that's closed now. Where the hell was that computer? I wish we could log computer entries in our data pad. Can we not do that? There's the gun. No. We don't log computer entries in our data pad. That sucks. I wish it did that. I don't think it was on B1. It might have been on B2. Maybe on B3. here? No. Not that one. Nope, not that one. We got that safe. Is your asp red gun? Try not to hurt anybody. I'm gonna hurt everybody. All of them. It wasn't here. I need to open the blue doors. I don't think it was in here. This is the drone room. I don't think it was here either. The limbic bullets are for the deagle you loot later. Perfect. Perfect. Was it in the, I wonder if it was in the training room. No, we're on B2. No, we need the red doors open. Is it in here? Oh shit, I need the yellow doors open. God damn it. Don't think it was a computer in there. Maybe that computer there? Tape's not a reliable narrator. I mean, to be fair, you've been more reliable than most of the people in this game. Ew. Is it in there? Yeah, okay. Cell 4. Maristan. Ziad Tiber. Maristan. Okay, so we have to go to Maristan. We need to find the Tiber family. No matter who you talk to, their side is innocent, the other guys are demons. Is that any different than right now? I would say no. I'd say the lore of this entire game has mirrored present day sentiments. extremely well, for that matter. Mostly because I don't think it's era dependent. I think it's all cyclical anyway. Happened in the 60s. I think turmoil like this has happened in the real world at least once every decade to a lesser or greater degree. Okay. Tiber family. Who is the Tiber family? I think it's one of them that with one of the kids. It's one of the houses we had to restore electricity to, I believe. You agree with that? New wars every 10 years or so, just not civil war? Yep. Who are you?
Cethrus, they're safe.
It's not you. Is it this house back here? You didn't have that on your itinerary for the 2020s? Yeah, I know, right? Is it you?
Is Mommy really coming back? No.
Okay. It's not you. Is it you?
There's nothing you could offer.
Okay. It's not you. Is it you?
I appreciate it.
Okay. It's not any of these guys. Let's try giving it to this guy over here.
Thank you, but I don't.
Okay. We can try giving it to the lawyer guy? We only have like a couple more people we could give it to.
I don't need that.
Okay. Thought we'd be curing cancer instead of swapping genders. Yeah, I think I think COVID really halted our priorities. Mm-hmm. Yep. Where was the third house? This one.
It's useless.
Damn, not that guy. This one?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay. Alright, not her. Her?
We don't need you.
Okay. COVID was horrible for the development of all those kids. I think it was horrible for everyone and society in general. I think it artificially moved everyone's focus to just whatever they could. This isn't the way I want to go. Where the hell is the boat guy? Hold on, what about these guys back here? Are they still here? I think COVID shifted everyone's focus away from stuff that could really make a difference. Because we didn't have anything. Nope, these people are gone. We couldn't do anything about except sit in our houses. Everyone went kind of stir crazy. Is boat guy down here? Boat guy is not down there. Where is boat guy? You and your wife, she got paid to stay home, 6-month paid vacation, and your homebodies anyway? That actually sounds really good. I wish I could have had that. Damn it, but no. I was deemed essential, and I had to work through the whole thing. How do I... Oh, go over here. Oh, that guy's gone. Oh, there's something there. You were lucky having a house and property. You got high-speed internet right before it started. Hell yeah, dude. You guys had it freaking made.
We've been here for months. I lost count after, about 50 days. It doesn't seem important to keep track anymore. They bring a bit of food and water once a day. Sometimes they forget. It's so filthy in here. I'll probably die of dysentery if we don't start first. Their faces change every week. I guess the soldiers are just passing through. They begin to blur together after a while. There's this one that stands out. They call him Sarge. I guess he's the commander or something. He's the worst. He likes pain. His and ours. Bella fought back. Told him to stop. She was so brave. So they dragged her outside. I still remember her screams. We never saw her again. They did it to keep the rest of us in line. And it worked. We don't say anything. You just close your eyes and you wait until it's over.
Fuck, man. That's rough.
This is not gonna help us.
Damn. Ooh, who are you?
No!
Oh, they were the ones in the barn? Damn, they are super beat up.
I don't need that right now.
No. No. No.
There it is.
Ziad. Deep down, I always knew I would never see him again. But part of me still had hope. This is what I hoped I'd never have to see.
Here we go. That's all the good deeds. We did all the good deeds. Do we have any mysteries here? We're in Marstan. No, we've done all the mysteries in Marstan. Okay. Ooh woo. You forget who Ziad was? He was the guy in cell number 4 in the museum who was the notes basically said that he was stupid. Okay, let's go to the Vigil. I need to find that one last grief key, because I'm pretty sure that grief limbic lock in Sinedra Forest has the last time loop hidden behind it. What's it called? It's a grief limbic rod, and it's the square with. I'll show you what it looks like, because I think I have one but it's a neutral key instead of a grief one. Yeah. It looks like this one. Neutral V, but it's grief. I don't know if it's grief V or if it's grief something else. But it's the blue one with that symbol in the top left. Watch, I'll get it for turning all this stuff in.
Remember, have I helped enough?
You are a shiny.
Become possessed of a singular talent. Removing limbic energy costs for all actions. Okay, time
What's our
loops.
status on top?
Good. You close.
Focus on the enemy's vital points, increasing the limbic energy gain per strike. Your weapons are guided by Sethrus, increasing the damage of regular attacks. In a mine shaft with the eerie glowing red in the center, there is a dead miner off to the side. Pick up the items nearby him to get the limbic rod and note cryptic maximum. Mine shaft with eerie glowing red in the center. That's not ringing any bells. A mine shaft with an eerie glowing red in the center? Can I open this? Oh, is it there? Why can't I open that? Oh. Oh, this guy's back. Okay. Oh. I don't think I have this key. Oh, I guess I do. Oh. Oh, I haven't been here yet. That's interesting. There it is. Watchers nest eternity. As the hours of the day slip by, as the moments of the year pass and the seasons turn, on the four corners of Hydea our vigil endures. That's a usable item? Limbic Door, Sinedra Hilltop. Aha! That was the last mystery. Why is that glowing red, though? How come we can't figure out why that's glowing red? This way. Now we can go to back to Sinedra Forest. get through that limbic lock, close the time loop, and then as far as I know, that's all of the time loops that we know about. Ooh, I might have to get rid of all of the time loop guardians foist, maybe. We'll see. We'll have to see if there's any around. Alright, let's see if there's any time loop guardians. There are. In there? Let's go unlock this door first. Alright, so that's this one. That's this one. Yay. Perfect.
We'll suffer response no longer! DR, take you!
That's the assassination of Harver Rivetta, the Blood Queen.
No longer! DR, take you!
For sure that is. Is that Harver Rivetta herself? Yeah, the assassin died too. Maybe when time loops are created, they kill everybody? A wooden box containing an antiquated scroll with faded writing. General Firian's journal. From the private writings, General Firian, Year of Our Lady 918. The spire sings tonight, its halls echo with the wails of the damned, and I, their conductor, wield the baton of justice most exquisite. The Sabinian wretches, eyes wide with dread, are dragged forth like cattle to the altar of their reckoning. Oh, how their tongues betray them before the lash has even struck. They babble prayers, they barter with words that hold no coin in this sacred place. One, a youth of barely 20 summers, dared plead, thinking mercy could be plied from my hand. A foolish notion. His screams, as the irons kissed his flesh, did please me more than any psalm sung in chapel. He crumpled as they all do, his body broken before the rack had taken its full toll. It is always the proudest who shatter first. Their arrogance turns to mewling within a few strokes of the flail. What a righteous duty it is to cleanse the land of this vermin. What a gift to hold dominion over agony and watch it shape itself into obedience. The spire stands tall upon the bones of traitors, its stones steeped in the sweat of suffering. Come dawn, another cartload of prisoners shall arrive. Another day's symphony awaits. Maybe that's not the Blood Queen. Maybe that was that guy. It looks like a man. Does that look like a woman? Cannot tell. Don't know. I think that's a dude, though. So maybe that was that guy that we just read about. Alright, cool. Check the penis. I think I saw a bulge. I do. Do we go and get rid of all these guys? I think so. I think that's prudent. We just gotta find all of them. Are there any up here? Nope, that goes down in there. You can kill these guys before killing their haze now? No, I don't think so. I shouldn't be able to. I don't have anything that says I can. Did I? Yeah, I one hit the haze. Probably like I will with this guy. Almost. That one I did. Are these like a bajillion dudes up here gone now? Nope, they're still here. Does that mean these two guys with the haze, with the rage haze, are still here? Yeah, they are still here. Okay. Nice. Okay. I don't know that I'm gonna get an achievement for collapsing all the time loops and getting rid of the remaining limbic entities. Yeah, remember me, biznitches? I came at you with the blue sword instead of the green one this time. I think it's going to be more trouble than it's worth to hunt down the remaining limbic entities for that achievement. And I don't mean just about this place, I mean all over the game. Because Because we still got a bunch in the Akasa Marshes and probably a whole host of other places that I'm not remembering. Like, especially inside there's probably a whole bunch of them. It's almost guaranteed there will be one off in some unknown corner in some part of the world map, yeah. Or, like in the Vissa Hills we just encountered, a whole section of the mines I didn't even know existed.
Find something new? Let's see what the Zeal server has to say about this one.
This manuscript appears to be the original thesis written by Sabin Gao sometime in the early 5th century, the very same thesis that led to the Great Schism in Setharism. Sabin's thesis offered a more liberal interpretation of the Palamist Creed. It spread rapidly. His ideas quickly embraced the adopted by many. It was set the stage for centuries of hostilities between Palamists and Sabinians that still rage to this day. It is quite chilling to hold the very manuscript that is the cause of so much suffering over nearly 2 millennia. To think the original parchment has survived all these years is truly astounding. Ooh, you hope she gives you a 30-page thesis to read. Soon. Soon. Actually, you know what? Probably not, because we have a lot of limbic locks that we have not gotten through yet. That was truly astounding. Yeah. Alright, what are we supposed to do?
Let me know if you want.
What am I supposed to do with this keystone? I go put it in the lock. Okay. Which is at Lake Sinan, right? Let's go here, see if we can upgrade any of our stuff first.
Can I help?
Can I upgrade? Oh, I can. I can basically upgrade everything. What do I want to upgrade? I don't really think I need to upgrade anything. I think I'm good, to be honest. Like, I've got 2 really strong weapons. I've got great defensive gear on. I'm not really having much trouble in combat at all. Like, the boss fights for the rage key was like super easy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 2 more for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 1 more for that. So I have 3 pieces of research left. Which probably means we need to unlock some limbic locks. Which are here. 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 And then that one. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 time loops. All of them are closed. Oh, I've got 1 left here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've got 1 for the Civil War. I could only have one Vault of Forbidden Knowledge left, so I'm wondering what research it's going to take for us to get it. Maybe tomorrow we'll use the Google machine to figure out how to unlock the remaining limbic locks. Maybe that's the strategy, because I don't think there's much left to the game. We've got the 4th key, so we just need to go over there and stick it in, and then something with Mom is gonna happen, and then that it feels like that's gonna be the end of the game. Yeah, okay, cool. Just stick it in. Yeah, that's basically all we need to do. Yeah, okay, that's gonna do it for me tonight then. We'll try to wrap up a bunch of this tomorrow, and then I don't know if we'll finish the game tomorrow, but it'll definitely be either tomorrow or the next day, Thursday or Friday. Thanks for being here. If you want to help me Google how to get all the limbic locks tomorrow, that would be incredibly helpful. But yeah, I'm gonna quick out right now. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Follow if you haven't, subscribe if you like. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Take care. Goodbye.